Hi everyone, it's Aiden here with etrailer.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Kuat Transfer V2 single bike rack on our 2019 Toyota Highlander. Now it's going to be a platform style rack that's going to hold your bike down there at the back wheel with a little wheel strap and up here with a wheel hook. Now what that means is you're going to be able to carry a lot of different styles of bike because there's no frame contact here, so our carbon frame bikes are going to be good to go with this bike rack. As well as some of your e-bikes. Sometimes those have alternative frames, or women's bikes. Those will be good too because again, we're not relying on this top tube for any sort of securing this down to the bike rack. Now I really like this too because the Kuat Transfer is super easy to use. We can come down here, use this foot pedal and tilt it away from our vehicle to get full hatch access. We'll just come over here, hit that button, and even though it comes a little bit close here at the handlebars, it can keep my hand right here, and we still got plenty of room for our hatch. This means we're not sacrificing any sort of functionality of our vehicle when we use this bike rack, which I really like. We can go ahead and close this back down, and as this closes down, we can raise our bike rack back into place. Now, along with those e-bikes, it can carry up to 60 pounds per bike. So with those e-bikes, just make sure it's under that weight capacity. And if you want to carry a fat tire bike, you can carry it on this bike rack, just you will need an adapter kit for some longer straps at that back cradle there. With all that in mind though, let's go ahead and get this bike removed. First thing you want to do is come to the back wheel and release this strap by pressing on the latch right there and pulling this strap up. The reason we do this first is because that's just there to stabilize the back wheel. Our bike is still secure without our hands, so we can go now and grab the frame of the bike, and on this arm there's a button right there, so we'll press that and push up on the hook, tilt it out of the way, and we can go and take our bike off. Now this is the nice thing about the Kuat Transfer in specific because it's got this U-shaped design. You don't see it as much with the single bike version, but it's really nice for loading and unloading because you don't have to stand out here and reach over the platform rack to load it up. You can take it and walk it right into place, set it in the cradle, and get it secured. Same thing with unloading. You can lift it up and just walk it right back out, completely unhindered by the bike rack in the way. So we'll set our bike down right now, come back here, and just get everything secured back down. You can see this back cradle here is fully adjustable, so if you have a smaller bike like it's a kid's bike with a smaller wheelbase, you can adjust for that, or even a larger wheelbase, you can adjust that there too. We'll just run our strap back down, and our wheel hook kind of tucked under there just to keep it nice and secure. Now while we're here, let's go ahead and get some measurements. As far as ground clearance goes, at the back of our bike rack, we're going to have a clearance of 20 inches on our Highlander. Now that's a good amount of clearance. There is a rise in the shank there, as you can see towards the front, so I don't think you'll have any issues with bottoming out or with any steep driveways. We can take a measurement from our back bumper and see how far it sticks out. And this is going to add about 27.5 inches to the back of our Highlander, which isn't bad. But if you want to take down some of that space, you're not hauling a bike around, and you just want to keep the bike rack loaded, you can. Again, we'll just come back to that same little foot pedal, push it out of place, and tilt our bike up. You'll hear a nice locking sound. Right there, the pedal moves up into place, the bike rack's secure, and we can get that new measurement to see how much space we cut down. Now from the back bumper, this pedal here is the outwardmost point, and that's going to be right at 16.25 inches. So that's not much at all. It's only adding a little over a foot to the back of your vehicle, so I don't think you'll have to worry about any sort of garage clearance or tight parking spots when you do have this folded up. While we're down here, we can take a look at some of the things by the hitch. This does have an anti-rattle system here. You can see there's no movement in that hitch whatsoever, and that's not because of any sort of anti-rattle bolt here like there typically is. back here, we have this hole right here where we can get a specialty tool that comes with our kit and tighten it down right there. And the nice thing about that being a specialty tool as opposed to just a standard Allen key is that no one can walk up and just loosen your bike rack up when you're not around. Up by the hitch, we can see it'll fit an 1.25" or 2" hitch with the included adapter sleeve, which we're using right now. It gets it a really nice firm fit in there, and if you have multiple vehicles you're using this on, you don't have to worry about different hitch sizes. The pin there is just a standard small pin and clip. It doesn't lock or anything, but you do have the option to get a locking hitch pin from Kuat if you do want that. In addition to that, if you aren't super sure about having a single bike rack, you maybe don't want to be locked into that, you can get a single bike add-on for this to make it a 2-bike carrier down the road. So you have those options. And in general, I think the Kuat Transfer is a really solid option. It's going to be a great bike rack for your Toyota Highlander, and I think it's going to serve you really well. Again, I'm Aiden here at etrailer.com. Thanks for watching.